Hello, everyone. Are we live? Let's see. We're on a delay here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Just let me know. Yes. How exciting. Okay, there seems to be a delay. All right, well, let's get going here. I'm super excited. I haven't done a Facebook Live in Dog's Day, so it's been a long time. But I will share with you guys that the exciting part of this is that when I started my consulting practice 16 years ago, this is how it started. I started coming on Facebook every single day and sharing my journey, sharing my life, sharing what was going on. So as you guys hop on wherever it is you're watching, if you're watching me on Facebook Live, if you're watching me on YouTube, wherever it is that you're watching, if you're listening, I want you to say hello, drop me a hello in comments, and let me know where you're listening from. So today's topic is going to be all about, your reinvention and your identity. So just a little backstory for those of you that don't know me. I'm a 38-year entrepreneur. How could I possibly be that old, right? And I've been in business for over 3 decades. I've owned numerous brick and mortar businesses. I took my practice online about 16 years ago because my sister, who I love dearly, and she's the head CEO of Margaret Fontana Media, said to me, this whole tech world is going to be coming and things are going to be changing. Why don't you start making some YouTube videos? And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I couldn't even turn on a computer at that time. And I was very non-tech savvy. I was a brick and mortar business owner, and I was great at business, great at people skills, great at doing what I did. But tech, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't even have a laptop. I don't even have a computer. So I'm going to say I stepped into an unknown zone. I stepped into an unknown thing, an unknown place that was scary because I wasn't used to that. I had no idea how to even use Facebook. I didn't even know how to use tech, period. I think I had a friggin' flip phone and then a BlackBerry. So why am I sharing this with you? Because the topic today is really stepping out of your identity, the identity that you've been known for, your reinvention, what it looks like for you to change things up in your life. And that's not friggin' easy. Like, it's not easy. Even if you're working on yourself, if you're changing a relationship, if you're changing your career, your job, any little change is not easy, guys. So I want to talk to you about that. It may seem one way when you see people on social media today, when you see that they're so successful, when you see that they look like they have no wrinkles and they're really smooth because there's these beautiful retouching apps now that we have on Zoom and on the phone, which I love too because they make you look younger and I'm all for it. But I want you to realize that this is a process, and reinventing yourself at any age is a process. Changing careers at any age is a process. Guys, as you come on, say hello, give me some love. Comments are delayed, I think, but I will get back to you. My team will get back to you. Also, I want to just remind you guys, if you have a topic that you want me to cover in my weekly live show, drop it below or DM it to me in private or email it to me at maria@mariafontana.com, and I will give you and your business a shout out on my weekly live show. So let's get back to the nitty gritty because this is really a conversation. And the conversation is that change is hard. The conversation is that things aren't always easy. And you don't have to be there yet. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be perfect. So when you're leaving or transitioning, because I know I get this conversation a lot, and it's like, Maria, how do I allow myself to detach from a career that has been my whole identity? All right. So I want to really talk about this. I was a hairdresser. I still am a hairdresser. I still do hair a few hours a week because I like it. But when I started in the online space, I did struggle with the thought, and hundreds of my clients who have worked with me in the past 16 years have the same feeling. You're feeling like, well, who am I? You're feeling like, well, I don't know. I've been this my whole career. I've done this my whole career, regardless if you're in a corporate job or if you are working in a certain career, or like myself, I was behind the chair. I was a brick and mortar business owner of multiple different types of businesses, but that was my identity, right? My identity was Maria, the colorist, Maria, the business owner. When I ventured into the online space, and then I had the audacity to think that I could create this whole business, not knowing a damn thing about tech, create best-selling books and write them when I had no writing skills according to the world that, surrounded me, I started to realize that there's possibility here. I started to realize that you really can create, learn, adapt, reinvent, bring yourself to create anything you want, no matter where you are in your journey of life. Now, I was already in my mid 40s when this started. I think I was 40 when I started making my first YouTube videos, and I was pregnant with my son, Max. And I was making them with a big jalopy camera that, again, my beautiful sister showed me how to use because I was really tech ignorant. And I just kind of did it like ghetto style. I was like, I don't know, I just winged it. And I still wing shit. And I'm recording this right now. I am sitting in my sunroom with my beautiful, where is she? She's behind me. My Luna, you can't see her. She's on the couch. Um, I have my laptop. I have my iPhone on a thing. I don't have a big fancy setup. I don't have this cool audio or anything. Same thing with my podcast. I just do it. Hi, guys. I see you coming on. Hi, Jackie. Hi, everyone. Love you guys. Give me some love comments because, as you guys know, the more you interact with a post, the more people will get exposure to see it. So I want you to give me some love here. So I'm getting off topic here. So that's how everything was born. The Maria Fontana show, my YouTube channel. I just took action. And one of my mentors, who I adore, she always said, just take imperfect action. And I'm going to shout out to you. This is for you, Kelly Roach. I've been in your world forever. And you always say, take imperfect action. And that is it. Imperfect action, meaning you don't have to be perfect. Your stuff doesn't have to be perfect. What it has to be is an expression of your truth, an expression of what you stand for, an expression of what are you here to do? What do you want to be known for? What kind of, overused word, impact, but that's the truth. What kind of impact do you want to have on other people? Now, all the years I worked in my brick and mortar, I impacted everyone I touched, but I had to physically touch their lives, their hair, interaction to have an impact. I mean, if you ask all my clients that I did their hair for over 25 years, I'm sure they'd say it impacted them in another way. But you know what I'm saying, right? It was physical. When I decided to take my expertise, my brilliance, my experiences online, that I could help other people shortcut what they were getting to, I was like, oh my God, I can impact hundreds, thousands of people. And I realize from the comments that people share with me, from the people that attend my free workshops, or people that just listen to my podcast, The Maria Fontana Show, or follow me on YouTube, this is all free support. And the magic of it, the free support changes lives. And that is how it all started. So now that you guys have a little background, I want to talk about really the core of the conversation today. And this is a shout out to Regina. This was Regina's question. She said, Maria, how do I detach from the identity of what I've always done in my career and all the backlash from the people in my family and friends that think what I want to do is absolutely reckless and ridiculous and irresponsible? So I have a few answers to this. And again, this is my perspective. This is my thoughts on this. And this is what I have found to be true for myself and for the hundreds of clients that have worked with me in the past 15 years in reinventing themselves and up-leveling their business and really just finding what works for them in this season of life, because life changes. You like the season you're in today is not the season that you were in 6 months ago, a year ago. You know, when I was starting out online, I had little babies, I had little kids. I was in a different season. My priorities were different. So your reinvention is really about your season and what season are you in now? So I think the first thing I want to share is that your identity is not your job, your career, your business, your skill set. Your identity is whatever your soul, whatever your inner being, that light that's inside of you is saying, is telling you you are. Whatever you feel in your wholeness, that is where you need to be today. So we are not an identity. You know, we're not a mother, a wife. You're those things, but that's not your true identity. And neither is your career. Yes. Am I a great hair colorist? Sure I am. But that's not my identity. Am I a great business owner? Of course I am. Am I all these wonderful things that people want to label you? Sure. But at the end of the day, what is fulfilling your soul? What is the imprint you want to leave as your legacy? And I'm going to talk about a sore subject and it's detaching from the belief that you have an identity to a job, a career, a thing, a title. Your identity has nothing to do with that. And today, on the anniversary of, actually, I've realized this morning, it's 11/11 as I'm saying this, angel number. My beautiful dog passing away 3 years ago, and my dad the same week. Talk about like brutal, slap in the face pain, right? I realized in losing my dad and losing my dog and feeling all this pain at the time that your identity has nothing to do with the impact you're bringing to the world. What is important is that you are in this season of life feeling good. Again, this is my take on it. You don't have to agree with me. You can, not agree. Don't watch me. Don't follow me. I really don't give a shit. This is my perspective. And what I see hundreds of clients that come to work with me to reinvent their lives. It comes down to, does this feel good? I don't know. Is this making me happy? Is what I'm doing every day really aligned with who I am today? And if it's not, I think it's time to consider what you need to reinvent. Also, question number 2 about what people around you think, lacking support, people thinking you're responsible for running a new business. My answer is really easy. And it took me years to master this. It's called creating boundaries. Don't share your good stuff with people who cannot support your vision. So If someone is not aligned with where you're going, you have to just not share it with them. Stop sharing your good stuff with people who can't support you. And it might be people you love. It might be people that you truly adore. But you have to, once again, you have to not listen to them. You have to share your good stuff with a community of like-minded people, with a mentor, with people who are on that same trajectory of where you're going, because they have the energy and the space to hold for you. So I want to invite you in. If you are feeling that perhaps it is time for you to reinvent yourself, tap into that next level you, find where you're going in your second act of life, wherever it is you are, I invite you on October 21st. I am hosting my reinvention workshop. I host this every few months, and it always changes lives. It's a free workshop where I walk you through step by step the steps you need to take to kickstart your reinvention. I have clients like Gina who came to the reinvention workshop, and she got massive results just from coming to a free workshop. And then, of course, I will invite you to any of my beautiful containers that you can work with me on a deeper level. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So if you're interested in coming to one of my workshops, which is a game changer, it'll be better than probably the last 4 or 5 things you freaking actually paid for. You will have massive transformation. There are replays, so you're not trapped in just having to show up live, even though I love being live with you guys and really getting to know you. My team is waiting. I'm waiting to connect with you. Just head on over to mariafontana.com/free workshop. mariafontana.com/workshop. I am sending out lots of love and light to you guys. And I want you to remember, be nice to yourself. Give yourself some grace. And remember, you are here to be happy. And if you're no longer happy in your business, in your job, it is time to consider a reinvention. So heading on over to mariafontana.com/free workshop, coming to the reinvention workshop is a no risk way to get stimulated and get some clarity as to what that might look like for you. Guys, I'm sending you all massive love and light. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you so much for giving me love. And I want you guys to tune in. It's every Tuesday at 11 a.m. If you're not subscribed to my podcast, head on over. It's the Maria Fontana Show. I'm on every single podcast channel and also on YouTube. I love every single one of you. See you next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.